All right, hi, hello, welcome. It's me. It's me. Surprising nobody. It's me. Hello and welcome to the Shark Stream. My name is Gage. I will be your host for the next couple to several hours. And today we will be playing Final Fantasy XIV. Now, before we get started, just to reiterate something from yesterday's stream, in solidarity with the folks who are striking this week to bring attention and relief to what the Palestinian people in Gaza are going through. I am encouraging anybody who would otherwise want to donate to the stream to instead donate to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. Donation link of which you can find below the stream, or by typing in !donate in chat. Like so. Let me just donate. Come on, Nightbot, please tell me you're still there for me. Yes, okay. So yeah. But yeah, just so anything that you can give, just like, it would be, I'm sure, greatly appreciated. Not a whole lot of gaming news that I can think of. Like, I've been neck deep in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for like the last few days. So that's just sort of what I've been up to. And on that note, Apollo Justice Trilogy comes out today. I'm really excited for that one. I think I talked about this before. I got into the Ace Attorney trilogy, or the Ace Attorney series, when the first game came out on the Nintendo DS here in the US. And I really liked it. And I think I ended up, like, really kind of responding well to the DS exclusive mission. And then, like, I never finished Justice for All, and then I missed out on Trials and Tribulations. But I did pick up Apollo Justice when it came out, and it was the first game that was, like, made for the DS. So it had just, like, a bunch more of that shit. And I remember really liking that. So I'm really excited to pick up the Apollo Justice Trilogy, the hilariously titled Apollo Justice Trilogy, and just relive that. What else is going on? Anything? I need to, like, turn a fan on. It's very warm in here. Give me one moment. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, gaming news. So yeah, the hilariously titled Apollo Justice Trilogy, which I guess, like, I suppose you do play as Apollo Justice at least once in each of those games. But, like, I do know that, like, the 5th and 6th games are pretty definitively Phoenix Wright games. I'm really interested, I'm very interested, honestly, in seeing if they end up coming out with remasters of the Ace Attorney Investigations games. Because I know that the first game obviously was localized, but the second game wasn't. So they would need to do the localization for that one from just kind of like wholesale. But I mean, you know, they released a brand new localization of the Great Ace Attorney. So I mean, it's not something they're beyond doing. I'm eating Flaming Hot Cheetos. The kind I really like. Just bad luck. The first investigation game is a bit boring and flopped in Japan. Yeah. Hello, Lucas. Oh. Let's into the 14 day and I can talk about 14 stuff. There is something I learned about today when I was looking up various bits of news that I had heard about. I won't talk about like what I was looking up because it's not related to Final Fantasy 14. Apparently, and I genuinely didn't know that this was a thing that they were working on, but apparently there was a live-action Final Fantasy 14 TV series in development that is now officially dead. Which, oof. It's kind of wild to think that, like, the first I'm hearing about the fact that they were planning to make a live-action FF14 series at all, is the fact that it's not happening. Yeah, the one that was going to focus on Cid. I don't know if it was going to focus on Cid. I literally learned about it today when I found out that that they were canning the idea. Apparently the scope of it was just getting too big and like COVID-19 delays and so on and so forth. So, you know, that's unfortunate. Hello, New Joe. Welcome. So that's tragic, I guess. I don't know. The state of like live action TV for video games right now, like it's a little up in the air, you know? For every time you've got people talking about how like good they liked you know, the Last of Us TV series, you've got people who are complaining about literally any of the other ones. Or you've got ones that just, like, don't really get talked about. Are we talking about Twisted Metal? I'm talking about the live-action Final Fantasy 14 series that they announced was canned. Because they were having trouble, like, getting it off the ground. Twisted Metal, I actually have first-hand experience with, and I can say that it's fine. Like, I haven't finished Season 1, but, like, I remember liking what I watched. I thought it was a fun series. I thought, you know, Sweet Tooth was a lot of fun. Yeah, but one of the bad ones. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's fine. It is an okay show. I don't know if I could think of what would be like an explicitly bad live action TV adaptation of a video game. And don't say Halo, because I actually like Halo. Because I've seen the first season of Halo, and I know I like it. I may not always agree with what the lead actor for Master Chief is saying about the decision to have him take his helmet off and how much acting you can do in a helmet, but I do like that show a fair bit. I knew that Season 2 was going to somehow cover the fall of Reach, but I did also find out today that apparently it's going to open with the fall of Reach, which is very interesting. I didn't expect that to be, like, how they would open the series, but I think maybe, like, you know, I made the joke when I was watching the series for the first time, where it's just like, you do plan to have Halo in your Halo TV series, right? And it's just like, apparently, I wasn't the only one thinking that, and they really took that sort of sentiment to heart, because it seems like they are trying to just sort of, like, buckle down and really start, like, making their way to Halo. Resident Evil 1... Yes, okay. That one was not good. I would say the thing that saved that one was Lance Reddick's Wesker. Oh, baby, they're gonna build a giant ring set then. Sure, yeah. They're going to build sets that take place on the giant ring. It was interesting, but kind of odd. Yeah, it was just honestly not good. Like, I thought it had some interesting things, and I thought it had a lot of cool setup. The fact that like it explicitly follows like the timeline of the games with like one of the Wesker clones being just like, oh yeah, the original Albert Wesker, he died in a volcano, and I'm just like, oh, everything happened. Okay. Like, I'm sitting there thinking like, what kind of timeline does this take place in? And then there was the really fun episode with like them doing all of like the puzzles around the house. I really liked that one. But yeah, it just wasn't very good, honestly. Like, I would say like that's kind of the bar you need to clear in terms of quality. It's just like you need to at least be better than the Netflix Resident Evil series. Like, that one also had, like, no fucking advertising, I remember. Like, that just kind of, like, I found, like, I didn't, like, I'm gonna go ahead and, we're gonna get into the game here, real quick. I hadn't, like... Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Yeah, I didn't realize that was coming out. I heard that it came out after all of the episodes dropped. So here we are. We are in Limsa Lominsa, and you might be wondering, why the fuck are we in Limsa Lominsa? Well, the answer is simple. There's a limited time event happening right now. A crossover with Final Fantasy XI. And we're gonna do that. I actually realized when I was getting set up for this stream, I had this moment where I was like looking at the quest reward for this one. I'm just like, wait, don't I have that already? It turns out I've done this quest. So thankfully there's a seasonal event replay feature. So I went ahead and activated that. Because when I did this the first time, I didn't do it on stream. And I wanted to do it on stream. Hello, Remumu. A journey to remember. Remumu has caught wind of a promising story and seeks an adventurer to help separate fact from fiction. Actually, did I do this on stream? I don't really know. Excuse me, miss. Do you have a moment? I'm Remumu with the Harbor Herald, and judging by your dress, you're one of those well-traveled adventurers I've heard so much about. Do I look well-traveled? I suppose I do. I have an adventurer vibe about me, I would say. No doubt one is worldly— oh, shit. Hold on. Ugh, nearly fucking yanked my goddamn headphone wire out of the computer. No doubt one as worldly as yourself has heard the rumors of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps, and the Far Easterners I've spoken with claim her dress is fighting style and nothing they've ever seen. Do you know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart, Peter Winsome, practically stole the parchment from my desk to write his story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded as the Harbor Herald's finest reporter ever since. That should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But if following her is as dangerous as it sounds, I'll need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That's where she was last spotted, so that's where I plan to start. Quests accept— oh. Yeah, alright. I don't know shit nor fuck about Final Fantasy XI. I kinda want to try it one of these days. Bet the reward will be a lifetime 50% off subscription for FF11. God, if only. I do kind of want to try it one of these days, especially since the Dawn Trail allied quests is going to be like a crossover with it. Just like, that seems like as good enough a reason as any to take it for a spin, because one Miss Penny Olivia Snapcube Parker was recently talking about how she had played a bit of Final Fantasy XII and then gone and done the Evilise raids, and how it just kind of like enhanced the experience for her. I'm just like, oh, I kind of want to feel that. The closest I've ever gotten to like feeling that is like doing the Nier raids.
Ah, you're here at last. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was here just a few bells ago, or so I was told. Huh? Huh? Look over there. Could it be?
Huh? Damn, she's just standing there. Hey girl, hey? Question mark?
Begging your pardons. Please do not think me strange for asking, but can you tell me if we are close to Selbina? Or perhaps Maura? I fear I am hopelessly lost. Selbina? Maura? Sorry, dear, but you're on the eastern shore of Vilbrand, eastern Lanosia to be precise. I take it you're the far eastern traveler that's been the talk of the taverns as of late? You've cut quite the warpath through Eorzea for what I've heard. Yes, I hail from the far east, but Vilbrand? Lanosia? I cannot recall such names, though truth be told I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings. By Bayergot's beard! You mean you've lost your memory? I remember. My name is Iroha. I am training in the way of the glaive, though I feel I am still a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to... Forgive me. It is hard to make sense of what little I can recall. The only clear thoughts in my mind are of Master and a powerful technique I labor to perfect, Amatsu Kiyori. I am certain it is essential to completing my mission. Interesting you'd remember training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teachings, it stands to reason other related memories might come back to you. Recalling my mission by first recalling master's teachings. Yes, that does seem plausible. I do not doubt many of the techniques I've learned have a specific purpose. It would only be a matter of focusing on this particular one.
Power Wash Simulator raids when? God, that would be incredible.
This is the scoop I've been waiting for. A Far Eastern warrior on a special mission? What if we're in danger? This isn't some fairy tale like Peter's story. People need to know. But she's no good to us if she can't remember anything. Help her so we can get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Here, take this map before you go. Take this map before you go. Go, don't leave me hanging on like a... Training won't do you any good if you get lost now, will it? Your kindness is greatly appreciated, thank you. To journey alone in this strange land would be a trial all its own, I am sure. Might we explore the shore south of here? I recall mention that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife being suitable for sparring. If the creatures here are similar, I would very much to try my hand against them. And I trust you'll ensure she has every opportunity to do so. Now don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. When she's had fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps you should rest in Limsa where it's safer. Bulwark Hall should do nicely. It's the first place she'll see after coming through the gates.
Okay. You take the map and then die in a freak gasoline fight accident. This ain't goddamn... What's it called? What's it called? Zoolander? I got that right? I haven't actually seen the movie. Was I talking about something before? Right, TV shows. You know, truth be told, I haven't actually watched The Last of Us TV show. I'm not huge into the idea of, like, I'm kind of exhausted. Like, it's unfortunate, you know? Because I remember watching a playthrough of The Last of Us, and I really liked it. I thought it was a fantastic story. I really liked the characters. But it's just like the entire concept of The Last of Us now is just exhausting to me. Where the
fuck is she? That song always reminds me of Zoolander. Oh. Saw the first half of that show. It was pretty good. That's what I've heard. I just find the concept of The Last of Us exhausting these days. Is she up here? I hope she's not up here. I thought we were supposed to be going down to the beach. She is decidedly not up here. Whee! Ow. My fucking knees. My ankles. Where the hell is she? Excuse me, Mr. Gegaruju Manorgard. Do you know where my friend is? She has disappeared from my vision sight. Okay, genuinely, where the fuck is she? Did I break the quest? Is the quest broken? They've done and redone The Last of Us so many times. It's honestly getting kind of ridiculous. And it's unfortunate because, like I said, I really wait, hold up. Is that it? Is it a fate? Ah, it's a fate. Oh, I gotta fucking... Hold on. There we go. I am reminded of a tale from long ago. Of fledgling adventurers who would fight crabs like these to better themselves. I pray our training is as successful as theirs was. Words are difficult on occasion. Die. Oh, we're going over this one? Okay. Am I the only one doing this? This is kind of wild. Can't think of many other live-action video game TV series, though. It's something they've only really, like, recently started trying out. Am I gonna be able to do this as just myself? Wonder what games would lend themselves to that format well. I would imagine most would. Like, here's the thing, right? From the Fantastic Four. Generally speaking, like, an adaptation, like, okay. Adaptations are usually all about, like, the choices that you make, you know? You can never just do it one-to-one if you're, like, adapting a video game into literally any other medium. You have to be mindful of, like, what's going to work best for the story that you're trying to tell in the medium that you're trying to tell it in. And it's not something that you can just kind of, like, go willy-nilly in. Like, I've talked about before, like, with the Halo TV series, how, like, restrictions that they no doubt had on that series kind of inform the decisions that they make over the course of, like, the story.
Which is like, because Halo is a sci-fi series. It's a sci-fi series with a bunch of big, horrible alien enemies. Oh, hey, someone else is here. Thank goodness. Oh, a third person. I'm glad everybody's showing up now. You're welcome for doing most of the work before you got here. I'm gonna get that fucking guy. We're gonna fucking get him. I'm just following this lady around. Where are we going next, Iroha? But it's just like making a series where you've got people fighting a bunch of big horrible aliens is not exactly like... Oh, fate complete, cool. We did it! I believe that will suffice for now. Fighting alongside such a seasoned warrior has been educational. I am grateful that you chose to accompany me. Yeah, you're welcome. And she's gone. Okay. What was I talking about? So Halo. So the unfortunate fact of the matter is that special effects are expensive. Whether you're doing something that's like full CG or even if it's like partial puppetry like the Hierarchs were, right? Like the Prophets, excuse me. Forgot about The Witcher also, that's more of a book adaptation. True. Though we cannot deny how Henry Cavill's experience with the games influenced his portrayal of Geralt. Geralt? One of those. But like special effects are expensive. So it's like, how do you account for that? How do you maintain... What sort of balance do you have to hit in order to stay under budget? Right? And the answer, of course, is that you have to have parts of the show that you can spend less money on. Which, of course, necessitates the creation of a storyline that would use as little expensive special effects as possible. Now, this is where a lot of people kind of, like, collide with the Halo TV show, and they start, like, speculating on things that just simply aren't actually true. There's a storyline in the Halo TV series about a young insurrectionist girl who is dead set on freeing her home planet of Madrigal from a despotic leader who is essentially there as a proxy of the UNSC. And it's an interesting, like, thing for them to do where it's just like, gee, I wonder what the fucking real world parallel of this is. But then, like, it takes up a good chunk of the, like, runtime of that series, and it keeps cutting back to it. And there's a lot of people that saw that and just like, oh, this was supposed to be like a Mass Effect TV show originally, or this was a completely different sci-fi show, and they just, like, filed the names off and turned it into a Halo show. And it's just like, no, that's not actually what this is very clearly a cost-saving measure, because these are storylines where all of the characters are people and all of the sets are real, and they can save their CG budgets for other parts of the show. Like, obviously. And it's kind of wild to see, because here's the thing. I didn't follow discourse of the Halo TV series as it was running. And I heard about, like, a lot of this, like, conspiracy speculation secondhand. And just, like, being somebody who is familiar with the ways that, like, TV shows... Like, we've all heard of, like, bottle episodes, right? Episodes that are created specifically to, like, have as low of a budget as possible so that they can reallocate their budget for other episodes more effectively. One of the most famous episodes of Doctor Who is one of these. Blink. There's an episode of Doctor Who that takes place entirely within, like, a tram car, and it is a fucking tense, like, 40 minutes of television or so. Okie dokie, I made it home, so I got to go now. Enjoy the second time through the event. Thank you. You have a good one. But it's just like, it's all stuff that's like, this is clearly here to save money. And, like, that's what the Madrigal plotline feels like. Like, it does do what it can to, like, tie back to, like, the main story and, like, how that all kind of works together, but, like, it is clearly first and foremost a cost-saving storyline. It's just like, we need something that we can use to reallocate funds from so that we can get these, like, big budget, huge battles with, like, a bunch of CG aliens. Training at the beach was invigorating. It has been too long since I enjoyed such sport, fighting alongside one so well versed in the arts of war. I would like to think I've improved my form by following your example. At first I doubted crabs would be suitable for practice, but I was quite wrong. Testing my strength against their hardened shells, swing after swing, over and over again, I could easily spend days or even weeks at a time battling them. Only I could remember who suggested this training regimen. Optistone Shard. The fuck is an Optistone? Oh god. Ah. Excuse me. I tried to swallow a flamin' hot Cheeto before chewing it properly. And, like, it went down my throat just fine, but, like, it still had, like, the spicy stuff on it. So that, like, coated the inside of my throat, and that did not feel good. Oh my, what a peculiar stone. I sense something within it, something familiar, something dark. I don't know who that is. Who's that? Who that guy? Who's that guy? A grueling battle in the cold against evil made manifest. A lord of shadows long dead yet somehow resurrected. The fate of the realm hanging in the balance. I remember! And yet I am not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would Master entrust me with the means to slay such a foe? I am getting so many, like, shout ads in the chat for, like, free company events. The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training and perfect Amatsu Kyori. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple of travelers from Gridania, I think, where I might find creatures of a more dark and unusual nature. They told me of a place called Hawk Manor, a cursed estate whose grounds play host to various sorts of hellish monsters. Oh, I love Hawk Manor. These creatures sound like promising opponents, full of the fury and cunning I would expect in a true battle. Now then, let us be off. When we are finished, we can meet in the nearby town. Yeah, alright. I'll see you there. All right. You know, now that I think about it, all things considered, video game TV adaptations have been around about as long as video game movie adaptations. And, like, I'm not talking just, like, cartoons, though obviously cartoons have been around for, like, a fucking long goddamn time. Like, going all the way back to, like, Pac-Man and Super Mario Brothers. But, like, there was a live-action Mortal Kombat series. Oh, hey! These guys are here. And it's gone. Well, now I have to wait for the next one. Because that didn't count as me participating in it. Oh, I actually just missed this one. I appreciate the thought, though. Awful night. That is damn decent of them, I would say. I'm a lone wolf, though. Or lone bunny. Appreciate it, but I'll pass going it alone today. So, shout out to Taja Orba. I think that might be the Mikote Samurai over here. Yeah. Shout out to that guy. Oh. Well, alright. Oh, here she is.
"'Tis as if the very air is tainted by darkness." Ha! Tainted. Minions of the Shadow Lord? From whence did they come?
Now that's a different game. We played Nier yesterday. First name Gore, last name Diva. Oh. Please call me Tarbo. Mr. Tor is my father.
Excuse me.
I thought that would be a funny joke. And it was. This floating eye is... I don't like it being here. Please leave.
Surpasses limits. A great samurai once fought such beings. Perhaps by defeating these creatures, these demons, I can do the same.
I did it.
It would seem we have driven them back. Alas, I could scarcely match your pace. This will not do. There must be a way for me to improve more quickly.
Yeah, alright. I guess we're just gonna end up following, like, this group of people for, like, the rest of this quest line. Which, I mean, fine. I do kind of like that. Like, even if, like, we're not, like, partied up, it is always a lot of fun, like, just kind of, like, sort of running through something parallel to somebody else. I want another FF11 crossover event where we can unlock emotes that play the chat noises from the game. Maybe you'll get lucky with the,
Thank you for once again aiding in my training. To witness such majesty and grace on the battlefield is truly inspiring. It served as a wonderful lesson in combat.
Here's a weird blue stone. So I can spam people with call 5. Maybe you'll get lucky with the fucking allied raids for Dawn Trail.
Oh, you have found yet another strange stone. Yes, it radiates with a warmth much like the last, but the color is... Wait, do you hear that?
Whoomst? I don't know these characters, I'm so sorry. Some kind of elf?
A long and arduous journey together with a young girl. This vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together, and we were not alone. No, I dare say our comrades were well beyond counting. But what business would I, a lowly student, have undertaking such missions? I cannot make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you, I was hopelessly lost, smothered by a fog of fear and uncertainty. But now I have your light to guide me. You have brought me yet another step closer to completing my training and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. After speaking with a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue honing my skills. The Sagoli Desert. If what I was told is true, a creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge, as no one lives to tell of its great might. But together, I believe we can lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take a hard-earned rest in Ul'dah.
Elvan, says I, pretending to know shit for fuck about 11. It's all good. We got minions. Okay. Oh god, it's already going. How far along is it? 24%. We might be able to make it. Oh, that's a horrible creature. I missed whatever the story was, but... to think that we managed to defeat such a foe. And yet, I find that there is something within me still wanting. I must find a way to overcome this. I must find my way home. And there she goes, just wandering off. Okay. Let's use the Ethernet. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've really spent a lot of time in the first 3 cities. Generally, once I hit a certain point, like, I usually just hang out in, like, whatever the newest areas are. Hey girl, hey. There are no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting the legendary Circuit. If not for you, I would be but one of the countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting. Yeah, here's a weird rock. Wow, cool rock. Another stone, yes. It comes to me now, a mortal struggle, forbidden magics uttered in a final bid for salvation. Dogi. A dogi. An uppy dog. I still hang mostly on Ulda. It all makes sense now. The pitched battles, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventurers. It was not my life that I recalled, but rather the tales of a great hero I mistook as myself. I suspected such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and the memories held within this stone have removed all doubt. They were of a journey into the past, one that revealed a horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. And I remember my home, Vanadiel. It is not some territory or continent, but an entirely different world. My true memories return to me now, and it is all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I now understand how to wield a Matsukiori. It should not be long before my path home is clear to me as well, but first I must see my training to its completion. While waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing Bronze Lake. This is the perfect opportunity to put into practice everything I have learned. Today is the day I wield the power of a Matsukiori. After this last endeavor, let us meet in Limsa Lominsa. Yeah, alright, and there she goes again. Bronze Lake. Oh, cool, it hasn't started yet. Or it just ended. One of those. It's definitely one of them. Oh. It's just starting. Okay. The power of Amatsu Kyori. Well, hold on. There's a destination here. Battle has already begun. Ah, okay. So I should beat this guy up. Got it. What level is that Viera? Are they a gladiator? That's incredible. Love that for them. And it's dead. Okay, cool. At last, my training is complete, and it is all thanks to you. You were always there to keep me on the path. Yeah, you're welcome. I would speak with you more, but not here. Let us make for Limsalominsa. Yeah, alright. Let me just, Daloa Dex. Ain't that Star Trek series? Alright. Where am I going? This way. Hey, girl, hey? Hey, girl, hey? Hey, girl? Girl, hey? Hey, girl, hey? Hey, girl, hey. At last, the power of the Amatsu Kyori is mine to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this would have been possible if not... Pardon me. If not for your unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital. My resolve was unyielding, my mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I told you earlier, my home is, or rather was, a world known as Vanadiel. Vanadiel? Vanadiel? One of those. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled, but fate saw fit to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time to escape to the past before the darkness had consumed all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew that tragedy could be averted, just as it had been so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. I cannot help but feel I am still forgetting something else important, something that happened to Master. I suppose in time it will come to me. Before I leave, might we go and speak with Remumo? If not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude not to extend my thanks to her as well. I don't know what you're talking about, because I ain't played that game, but maybe someday. I'm assuming I need to go up to the Drowning Wench. It? What the fuck? What? What the hell was that?
I cannot shake the feeling I am once again forgetting something, but I suppose it will not matter when I return. Oh, how I long to once more fight at Master's side.
Yeah, alright. That sounds like a thing that's true.
Iroha told me the good news. Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If you hadn't come with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd still be swinging at crabs along the beach. Now that I have you here, I'd very much like to talk to you about my about what you were doing before we arrived. How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea? And you say you went back in time, trying to save your world. Yes, you have the right of it. No life was spared by the darkness, none save for mine, that is. Fate intervened, and I was sent back to the past, to a time where I could find heroes capable of saving Vana'diel. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. That is how I was reunited with Master, though at a much earlier time than I anticipated. The last thing I remember is a fierce battle in a strange light. When next I awoke, I was here, to be torn away from Master when I was needed most. My heart feels like it may burst. How awful. You were close then? Master was like family to me, and an exceptional warrior besides. I've spent my entire life striving to become such a hero, and live up to the legends I so fondly remember. It all began with a stone, or so the story goes. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life, and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss. That is, until the gods fell into slumber. That world is my home, Vana'diel. It was home to 3 great nations, the Kingdom of Sandoria, the Republic of Bastok, and the Federation of Windurst. Powerful as they were, though in times of strife they would turn to a single hero, my master.
The way that it is pointedly going out of its way either not to show us who this master is, or give them a name makes me believe that the master is, in fact, the player character from FF11.
Be it a demon or rage seeking vengeance, or a spiteful god of our destruction. Hold on. Be it a demon of rage seeking vengeance or a spiteful god our destruction, Master was always there to pull us back from the brink of oblivion. And into Skyrim. Here is an Uppi dog. So long as there is light and life in the world, the legend of Vana'diel's greatest hero will live on.
Wait a minute. I recognize that fucked up looking cat.
There is little wonder these stories were the first to spring back to my mind. I have all but memorized them. But no matter how many times I asked, you would always... Oh, please excuse me. For a moment, when I looked at you, something in your eyes reminded me of Master and I.
Yeah, the master is definitely the player character.
Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here often has that effect on people.
It's true.
I realize how ridiculous this seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream, but for me, this world is the dream. And now it is time to awaken. When next I open my eyes, I will be home, in Vanadil once more at Master's side. This may be just a dream, but it is one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Uh-huh.
I'm noticing you're still here.
It would seem I am not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps the will of the goddess? Well, you know. If it is by her will, then so it shall be. I vow to work hard every day to become a warrior worthy of your teachings. Then, when the time comes, we shall meet again, here in Eorzea, or perhaps in the waking world.
I don't know if that's how that works, but okay.
There goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventurer from another world traveling back in time to save her people. Who's going to believe such a silly tale? I'll leave the flights of fancy to Peter. But for her sake, I hope she finds her way home, wherever that may be.
Uh-huh. I wonder if she'll show up in the Dawn Trail Alliance raids. That would be interesting. And, like, if... Like, part of me wonders if that's maybe part of the reason why they are re-releasing this. It's just like, hey, you're going to want to do this before doing the Dawn Trail raids because there's going to be, like, specific content if you've done this particular limited quest already. Anyways. We got some other stuff to do. Oh, wait, hold on. Why did it give me that? Hold on, I need to... But different colored items were used. Yeah? Oh, excuse me. Alright. Anyways. We have a New Game Plus to resume. The sins of antiquity. Off to Kurthus we go. So last time we did the vault. So, you know, that just happened. That just happened. Also, you may notice I have a different sword than the one I have in the thumbnail. That's because I got the final Manderville weapon for Dark Knight. So that's cool. I'm excited about that. Where are we going? Where are we going? Do. Ah, Tataru, Alphino. How's everybody holding up after everything?
Sorry, I just can't.
Alphino is lost in thought.
We must press on with our mission, Tataru. Pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Knight. Let us go and speak with Sir Emmerich, Aigead. I worry for his well-being.
I also worry. Let's go. Why are you going that way? Are there stairs that way? There are not stairs that way. Okay, well, I'm gonna take the easy way down to Emmerich. You guys can go your weird way. Oh, it's Firm Albert. Hello, Firm Albert. Wow. Bueno now. Hey, everybody. How are we feeling? Bad?
Sir Emmerich.
Curse those bloody whoresons and piss on their swiving round table. I feel like everybody in the Final Fantasy XIV fandom found out that swive is a synonym for fuck. And it just took root in their brains. Because I feel like swiving is one of those things that I see used a lot. I don't know. It doesn't have a very good mouthfeel to me. Swiving. Like, swive doesn't feel good to say. Not like fuck, you know? Hey, big man. How's it going? How you feeling? Not good? Me neither.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal.
Uh-oh.
The Founding. The Scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
Yeah, we are the church.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Aigead, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatosker, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hraesvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thorin's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment?
My guy, you have been maintaining a war that's gone on for 100 years. This isn't surrender. This isn't resisting an eternity of punishment. This is making things worse to an exponential degree.
Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice.
I will not see our sons sacrificed to appease an implacable foe. My guy, you're maintaining a war for 100 years. You're already doing that. What the fuck do you think war is? Good lord.
This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions.
It doesn't.
Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity.
Would you... There's only two options here. Either you tell everybody that their loved ones died for nothing, or you keep sending people off to die for nothing. It's... Oh, God. It's a tough decision, really. Like, I can see the appeal of both sides of the argument. Good fucking God. I fucking hate Thornton so goddamn much. He sucks. Great villain, I should say. Incredible as a villainous character. In how much he sucks.
And bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
I have a thumb drive plugged into my Series X that has definitely legal media on it. Definitely not pirated movies and TV shows. Absolutely
you saw something,
not.
Did you not? A vision of the past.
And for some reason, Raggy keeps licking it.
So this
Yeah, I'm
is
talking
the
about
power
you.
of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past.
I'm sure we'll have plenty of times for finer moments.
'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
Nothing good.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heaven's Ward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Haurchefant was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heaven's Ward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable!
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heaven's Ward and stop my father before it is too late.
Oh god, it's not voiced anymore. Okay. Mr. Siorc, Master Alphino, I, Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is that the Archbishop intends? Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. So, okay. I feel like I don't really talk a lot about Aigead as a character during these New Game Plus streams, and just sort of like how she goes through the story. So, something that I've mentioned before, how writing fanfic for Aigead, answering Warrior of Light questions of the day and stuff like that have really helped me kind of like find her voice and story. And one thing that I established about Aigead in terms of like where she's at this point in the story is that she is angry, like murderously so. So, going with what Aigead would say here, she would probably definitely want to rip out Sir Zephyrin's heart. Bunny, bunny, banunny. Yes, of course. You two were close, I know. He was my bestie. Much has changed since our Order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. The Archbishop and the Heaven's Ward are guilty of the crime of summoning, and Aigead and I will stop them. Blech. Excuse me. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. That's what happens when your government is also the church.
Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force of stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Gervanian hostilities. Far from it. We will have great need of each other in the days to come.
You may ever count on my lance, Sir Edric. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde.
If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Aigead, Master Alphino, pray attend me outside.
Yeah, alright.
Very well. With me, Aigead. I believe we have much to discuss. Uh-huh. Raggy has taken up residence in front of my main computer monitor. And he's just laying there like a baby. Where could they be headed? And what does Atzisla have to do with it? Hey girl, hey. The Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Laniette informed me that they had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds. Or was, not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the regions firmly held by the Vanu Vanu are not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Hallinard has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think we both know the perfect candidate, Aigead. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Sky Steel Manufactory. I see. Then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Okay. Who else but Master Garland would be willing to deliver us into Vanu territory? I say we go and ask him first. Sounds like a plan. Bwah, 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 bwah-na-now. Okay. Was this quest really talk to Lucia and then go walk over to Sky Steel Manufactory? That's hilarious. Hi, Stephanivian. Ah, the dastardly duo. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately? Oh, you know, friends dying in battle. You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. Bunny, bunny, banani, banani, banoi, bunny. What the fuck was that? Matey, you knocking stuff over? He was a good man. Yeah, he was. Sid, have you ever heard of Azizla? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. Yeah, that's usually how that works. From what he told Aigead, the Esseans tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. Damn, just like that. Okay. Sid really is just ready to fucking go at a moment's notice. Heh, it's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckoned I was due to deliver you into it.
It's no wonder Jesse's constantly pissed at him for running up their fucking budget. Albino. Albino must see to one last thing before he departs. Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plans. Pray, go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. Yeah, alright. I'll just go by myself then, whatever. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Fucking Sid coming back from some foolhardy mission and Jesse being like, heard that you drove our flagship into a horrible danger again. And Sid's just like, yeah. Good to see you again, Aigead. It'll be a pleasure to have you aboard the Enterprise again. I heard about your man Hoshifal. Sorry for your loss, Aigead. Yeah, it sucks. I said. The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. Thanks, boys. That is, as soon as a certain... Speak of the little elfling, and he shall appear. Pray, forgive my lateness. Tataru and I had much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing Scions, but she assures me that Urianger and Riol are pursuing promising leads. I have the utmost faith in Riol. Come, we can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. Okay. I have the utmost faith in Riol specifically. Hello, Laconeb. Hello there, madam. So, I'll be available to ferry you back and forth once the chief charts a course. Deputy President's orders and all that. The others are waiting for you aboard the Enterprise, Aigead. Shall we get going? Yeah, man. Let's fucking do it. Let's go kick some ass. Talk to some Vanu.
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets.
I didn't realize there were 2 intros for the Sea of Clouds. Like, didn't we already get one of these?
Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
I have been handed mail. Give me one moment. There we go. What is this, first and foremost? Voter registration address confirmation. Yeah, I'll get that taken care of in a bit. What is this, though? It's like a box or something. Did I order something that comes in a box? What do you think it is, Reggie? Can't imagine. What it... Oh! These finally got here. Sorry, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I ended up getting a package that I thought was lost.
We'll keep the Enterprise here for now, but if you need to head back to Ishgard, you can use that standard to signal for an Ironworks airship. Don't worry, we charted a route safe enough for others to fly. Unless that Primal shows up, but what are the odds of that, eh?
Yeah, sure, man.
From here, Camp Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard, Aigead. The Vanu could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak.
Familiar faces.
Assuming the Soleil is here, I doubt she will come to us. We should begin searching for the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed.
And off he walks.
We'll stay in touch with your Temple Knight friend, don't you worry.
The Enterprise is ready to fly at a moment's notice. Just come running if you can run afoul of something you can't handle. Alright, let's go. Oh, not this one, actually. No, I said not that one. Give me a different one. Thank you. I will take the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Gods, look at them. So many isles, so many places to hide. No, we must not lose hope. He is out there, Aigead, and we will find him.
So I just gotta... A bitch just gotta look out. You search the skies for the Soleil, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. Damn. Whee! Oh, this seems concerning. Yeah, alright. Excuse me.
Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure.
Begs mercy of Netherlings! Does not fight! Does not wish to die!
Was that a Vanu being attacked? But by whom?
Uh-huh.
Wow!
Oh, that's the red one, though.
Over there! Imperial troops?
Ishgardians, seize them! They know where the Archbishop is!
We straight up do not.
The enemy of my enemy. We've no choice. With me, Aigead. Protect the Vanu. Okay.
Oh, that looked really cool, actually.
Protect me!
Oh, Thaliak, I know that guy. Oh, that is the ship. That is like a whole ass ship.
Ow. Fucker. Oh god, there's more of them. Hold on, I'm going over here real quick. Alright, I think we're good. Lanu Vanu. So we live to fight another day. Netherlings save Lanu Vanu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with legs like summer squall. Lanu Vanu knows not what wind bears Netherlings to Cloud Sea, but warmly welcomes them. Shows gratitude where gratitude is due. Sure. Devourer of Worlds. Oh. That's promising. Lanu Vanu owes much and more to Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zundu welcome you. To village we go. To north. Come, come. So the Garleans were searching for the Archbishop and believed the Vanu Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they may have had the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Lanu Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. Oh, okay. Fuck what I think, I guess. Like, I was gonna come to the same conclusion, but, like, you know. I really like the Aetherite for the Zundu's village. I like that it's wide. A bitch loves an Aetherite that's wide. Get you a girl with a wide Aetherite. I want to believe Lanu Vanu is sincere in his intentions. Nevertheless, keep your eyes open, Aigead. Yeah, sure. Hey, big guy. Do these guys ever get voiced? Like breeze guides leaves to rest, come and lay down your burdens, Netherlings. Lanu Vanu throws wide arms in greeting. Behold, Ok Zundu. Dope. Oh, that guy dancing. A far warmer welcome than the one you received from the Vundu, I think. Ha! Vundu bluster and blow hither and yon, sound and fury like aimless gale. Okay, Zundu. Okay. Eh? What unseen lightning begets such thunderous report? There you are! Did you see it? Was it a whale? It's that damned flying whale again! The Imperials are after it! Where? Uh-huh. The white? White! Wow! He's wounded! Oh. Well, okay then. By the 12, did the beast just eat that island? Yeah. Oh, insatiable wight, oh, devourer of worlds, why must you torment us? Bah, Lanu Vanu wastes no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, Netherlings, come and break words with Chief of Zundu. Yeah, alright. I can't wait to meet their rainbow cousins in Tural. Oh, that's kind of a spoilery thing. I gotta try to avoid doing that. Zundu, fix it! Unavailable in New Game Plus. Okay. With wisdom deep as nethers and eyes clear as cloudless blue, Sonu Vanu speaks for Zundu. Hearken to his words. What did you say about my nethers? Oh, and he's gone. I like your hat. I just thought I should tell you that outright. Netherlings deliver Lonu Vanu from claws of steel-shod fiends and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore Zephyr winds, and brings before you with all haste. Soft rains to soothe the heart and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sonu, chief of Zundu, is boundless. We are honored to meet you, Chief Sonu. I am Alphino Leveilleur, and these are my companions, Aigead Siorc and Sid Garland. We are come in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe is somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Ah, like a black steel-shod contraption from which you saved Lonu Vanu. Alas, no. That ship belongs to the Garlean Empire, an old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we are looking for at present. The men we seek wear armor of purest white, and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait! Lonu Vanu here tell of these Netherlings. You do? Are you certain? As sun rises and falls and returns, we are. Zundu scouts can testify to words of Lonu Vanu. Aye, aye. Winds carry purpose of Netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek key to Azis La. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sonu, what exactly is this Azis La? Beware, Netherlings, for blackest clouds portend greatest danger. Look not into heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is to call the wind. But the white devourer's isle, where key is kept, deep within bowels of mighty Bismarck it lies, beyond reach of the foolhardy. And beyond ours. Rejoice not in his gluttony, Lonu Vanu, for as stone gives way to water and wind, all yields to the white. This he knows, Chief Sonu. Madness of Vundu bodes ill for all Vanu. Do you like how I'm giving these guys, like, no inflection and I'm just reading their lines, like, straight? So the package that I got is something that I actually ordered a while ago. And Natalie, it was for Natalie. And it's some Taiwanese taro cakes. There's a big sticker on it that says Cancer and Reproductive Harm, www.p65warnings.ca.gov. Which is, you know, concerning. And I looked it up. Apparently, Prop 65 is something that was passed in California that basically requires foodstuffs that use certain chemicals to put a warning on their box saying that, I guess, ingesting those chemicals in high enough quantities can cause, let's say, problems. But it doesn't seem like it is anything, like, particularly, like, immediately concerning. Like, for example, like, it references, like, how there's, like, traces of arsenic in rice or seaweed, BPA in plastic or can lightings, cadmium in fish and vegetables, lead in supplements or vitamins, and mercury in fish. Which is obviously a concern. But, like, you would have to, like, eat fish for every meal of every day of your life in order to ingest enough mercury for you to, like, actually, like, have problems with it. So it's probably not anything particularly bad, I would think. With every dawn, fewer and fewer remain. So great is the white's hunger. As saplings bask in the warmth of the sun, so too many Netherlings partake of our hospitality. Could we not just leave the key to the Forbidden Land in the island-eating whale's belly? I mean, I can think of worse places to keep it. No? I thought not. Chief Sonu is the leader of the Zundu, strong and wise. Netherling shows proper respect, and he will treat you with the gentleness of an autumn breeze. Alvino has that familiar look inside, which can mean only one thing. He has some reckless, stupid plan. So Azizla is home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of a key which the Archbishop covets. Much as I would like to believe it is safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavens Ward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about this is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element, and this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the White. Let us each question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings anon. Sounds like a plan. Lonovano, what do you got to say? If Netherlings seek knowledge of the White, then speak with Kunu Vali, foremost keeper of tales. But neglect not to present self with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, Netherlings must greet Kunu Vali with a bow. I sometimes wonder if... Hold on, let me read this Alphino line. Then the quantity of crystals needed to sustain Bismarck would exceed that consumed by Leviathan. I sometimes wonder if maybe Final Fantasy XIV concerns itself a bit too much with making sure that, like, the logic of the... the logic of, like, the major set pieces in the game is, like, sound. Like, we just learned, oh, Bismarck ate the key. Now, the next logical step would be, okay, we're going to have a boss fight with Bismarck. But, of course, before we can even do that, the game needs to make sure, okay, here's how we're going to set up the boss fight with Bismarck. Here's all the steps that we're going to go through. This is how we establish the footing on which you're going to have the fight with Bismarck. Like, it often makes me wonder, like, would it be better if we just got, like, all of the major story beats one after the other without having to worry about, like, necessarily maintaining kind of, like, logical steps from point A to point B? But, like, I do wonder if that would just, like, mean less of an opportunity for, like, world building and, like, establishing lore. You know, things like that. What ill-mannered beast comes before Kunu Vali and begs to hear tales? None who deserve aught, that much she knows. Yeah, I know. I gotta fucking... Where's the goddamn bow? Here we go. Oh! Zephyr winds at your back and sunshine to warm your brow, traveler from below. Kunu Vali, keeper of tales. Here's your words, and she remembers. In times long ago in lands elsewhere before even the Cloud Sea, the White is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers, in seas of endless water. But hated the White is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again, for merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. The White still longs for the sea, to which he cannot return, but in rebirth a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw, from whence come the clouds, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content, he gazes below and sees others who are, as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up isles of earth, and guides these people to the Cloud Sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth, and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgot. But this demon which menaces the Cloud Sea, his rage is that of the Vundu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them? Kunu Vali knows no tales like this. Yeah, fucked up if true. Hey guys! I've learned some things. Personally, I've seen enough of that flying feathered whale already. Bunny bunny banani banani banoi. So according to the Vanu Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the Floating Isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods, eh? But what of you, Alphino? Did you learn aught of value? No. Alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in the intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. I do. I actually have already learned all about it. Sky fishing. My gods, that's it, Alphino. My boy, I could kiss you. Calm down, he is 16. Huh? From what we have observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. Uh-huh. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island through the Sea of Clouds, in essence fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hide, and then reel it in close, enabling our resident Icon Slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. Should Aigead fail to subdue the creature, she would almost certainly be eaten along with the rest of your appetizing island. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this. I don't want to be Vord. Oh, she won't fail. And if anything goes wrong, I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, ready to tow her out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Nor I. I trust you have no objections to my joining you as well. Hey, what if I have objections? Not at all. The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. You know what they say.
Right then. It seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is to be ready for our fishing trip, while you two need to find me some bait. But not just any island, mind. I want a mouthful at most. Okay. Na, 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 na. The boys and I can handle most of the preparations, but we'll need you to secure us a suitable island. Let me know when it's done. Bolt, chain, and island. You know, like hook, line, and sinker. Alphino loves it when a plan comes together. Well, you heard Sid. We need an island to bait the hook. By way of a first step, I propose we speak with Chief Sonu. If the Zundu are as concerned by Bismarck's behavior as they have given us to believe, they may well be supportive of our efforts to slay him. Hey, we want to kill your god. What? No. I understand. This plan is terrible. We can but ask. The Tramontane is upon us, the White feasts, and the Vundu rejoice in his carnage. Hear me, Chief Sonu. This creature which torments you now is not the deity who raised up the floating isles and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs given form by the Vundu, a false savior who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. Yet it need not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Moats against the Tempest, in vain do they struggle. Yet who is Sonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tramontane can turn to the Ponente. Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zundu scouts what manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. We shall not fail, Chief Sonu. On that you have my word. Come, Aigead, let us see how Sid's preparations are progressing. Thank you, Chief Sonu. I love you. Whee! Sid. Sid. I hope one day they allow us to do New Game Plus for like tribal quests. I think that would be neat. Are we really going to go sky fishing for a primal? Yes. And you're the bait, Wedge. My, that took hardly any time at all. The Ironworks engineers do not disappoint. Our Asgardian friends have furnished us with dragon killers and ammunition, and I have taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Rest assured, we've chains to spare, every link forged by the manufacturer's master craftsman. If you've any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they were originally intended to bide dragons, and were not found wanting. It pleases me to inform you that the Vanu Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. Then all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who will actually be doing the fighting. Aigead, let Wedge know when your party is assembled. We'll depart for the island once you've assembled your party. Let Wedge know when you're ready. Hey, Wedge. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one little bit. But I can't help but being excited all the same. So tell me, Aigead, are you ready to hunt the white whale? Yes. After you then, Aigead. All aboard! The Limitless Blue. Hard. Now accessible. I'm gonna fucking kill this whale all by myself. Oh, come on. It shouldn't be that bad. I've done the extreme version of this solo before. Ooh. I forgot that the music's actually really nice. That is a tasty looking island. Looks like it's green apple flavored. The whale of the hour has arrived. He seems mad. Are you mad at me? Oh, did I not? Ah, damn, my portrait. Get ready, everyone. Here it comes. Ooh. Rude. Just turn that on. Oh, did I do that too soon? Oh. How long does this take to come back up? Oh. Alright. Oh. Haha, gotcha, idiot. There's a boss in MH3 Trial that this trial has always reminded me a lot of. Whoa! Oh, am I forced to do, like... What in the seven hells was that? On your guard! I need a little bit of help here. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Oh, right. They're like invincible. Well, not invincible, but like really hard to take care of when they're close by each other, huh? Okay, this should still be doable. I just gotta kill this one as quick as I can. Whew! Alright.
I don't know about this. Oh. I'll probably be fine. Damn it, we've lost the generator! Fuck, we sure did. Let's hope I can take this out pretty quickly. Because, I'm just gonna hang out over by this one. Oh, this music's really nice. Bismarck seizes control of the clouds. I forget if I'm not supposed to be doing that in this situation. Oh, I'm fine. Whatever. Hey, can I use this? Can I use this, please? Thank you. Ooh. Haha. I'm just gonna real quick. Da 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 da. I da 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 did it. There it is. I'm gonna leave now. Sid, get me off this crazy thing. Cool. Oh. My heart. I demand SE release the lyrics of the victory theme. Haven't you ever seen the Brental Floss video? Yay! 4 Jolly Ranchers! Ah, ah, ah!
Warrior light, beloved
Whomst? Hideaway.
Edelin,
Oh.
maiden,
Oh.
darkness
My schnoggin.
like to none known. Hark, receiver blessing small.
Hi.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him. How many times does this make, Warrior of Light? Ah, how much you have grown. Far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
I don't think we've met, technically.
She has what we seek.
That she does. The key to Azizla and the secrets of Alag.
Oh, don't do that.
I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm working on it, you know. I'd really like it if you just let me keep that. Oof.
My thanks to you, Asian. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck.
Yeah, you're welcome, I guess.
Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare.
Uh-huh. I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. Hey, you know he's totally gonna betray you, right? I'm kind of talking to both of you, but specifically Aigead. He's definitely going to betray you.
By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
Yeah, alright. Well, that was embarrassing. Oh my god. That just happened. Oh god. Saying that gave me poison damage. So that just happened. Well, that was a thing. Hey, so bad news, guys.
I'm just glad we're all still here to tell the tale.
I didn't know Alphino had been studying Magitech technology. He was a godsend during the fight, the way he helped me tend to the engines.
What if the entire of FF14 was written by Whedon? I would hate that. And it would treat its female characters worse than it already does. Cha-cha.
In retrospect, we should probably have seen that coming. Still, you fought well, Aigead. Better than that. Better than that, in fact. Chin up, eh?
Thanks, man.
Forgive me, Aigead. Had I known that was happening, mayhap I could have done something to stop them. Alas, Wedge and I were still sealed within the engine room and heard naught of the struggle until it was over. And now, for all of our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep from him. But all is not lost, for we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase and bring an end to their machinations.
Yeah, alright. Alphino seems determined to put all thoughts of failure aside and turn his mind to the struggles ahead.
Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanuvanu's lands from being consumed in so doing. The Zundu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Sonu of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides. Da-da-da-da-da.
Are we just gonna get, like, teleported over there? Oh, dope. Taking my
Wait,
steppies.
something is amiss.
Ah, bah.
Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Reveal yourselves at once!
No! I mean, fuck. God damn it. You know I could literally take every single one of you on, right?
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
Huh. That's kind of a loaded question, honestly.
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Wait, Varys just shows up here? I forgot.
Just as Warrior observed. The Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune time.
I forgot that Varys just shows up here.
The Warrior of Light? She who bested Van Baelsar?
Yeah, that was me. I kicked his ass.
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Actually, we didn't know that they had that sort of...
You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
I mean, your solution is imperialism and subjugation, so I mean...
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last.
Yeah, he's kind of a brave idiot like that, and we love him for it.
Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world.
I'd say it's all pretty concerning.
It is my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
That doesn't seem like a very healthy opinion.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Oh, beans.
Where did that come from?
That's a very good question. Man, seeing Regula upsets me a bit.
Take cover!
Lucia! Hey, I recognize that thing.
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
Oh. Big sheep.
We shall meet again, Warrior of Light. On that you have my word.
Yeah, it's gonna be real embarrassing for you when we do, I'm gonna be honest. Things are only gonna get worse for you back home, my guy. But have fun with that, I guess.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
Probably because he's an idiot. Thanks for coming in clutch, Lucia. Ah, the armor? I had it sent here as a precautionary measure. It's very good precautions.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varus Zos Galvus in the flesh. I assumed the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the centurion spoke. Forgive me. This is neither the time nor the place for such idle speculation. Pray, return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sonu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. If you fear for our safety, may I direct your attention to the suit of Magitech armor nearby and its exceedingly capable pilot.
Yeah, she did a real good job. Thanks, Lucia. I'm gonna go this way. Go, flying onion. I don't know if your reasons for seeing Regula are the same, being upset at seeing Regula are the same reasons I'm upset at seeing Regula. We're just like, I don't like the guy.
Bugger me, did you see the size of that Imperial battleship?
I did. It big.
We saw it fire on the village. Are you alright, Aigead?
I would appear to be fine.
Thank the 12 you're alive, Aigead. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Alphino. What in the seven hells happened out there?
Bunny, banani, banui.
First the Archbishop turns up with an Ascian in tow, and now the god's damned Emperor pays us a visit. What is this, a procession of notable bastards? Who's next? The Keeper of the Seventh Bloody Gate?
Well, knock on wood. Hopefully not.
No one's so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zundu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise.
Can't say what mine are without spoiling for people. Fair enough.
Chief Sonu sends his warmest regards, Aigead. There was much talk of westerly winds.
Uh-huh. I know what that means. Hey girl, hey.
Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire, for the present at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Okzundu would already have been leveled. Plainly, Varus is only interested in reaching Azisla. Speaking of which, if you already continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well, shall we?
Uh-huh. I know. We're coming up on finding another one of our besties.
I've done it, Aigead. I've worked out which way they're headed. Whenever you're ready, we'll set course for Azisla.
She's all patched up, Aigead.
Well, what are we waiting for? And what will we find at the end of the road?
One good turn. Judging from Sid's expression, he has news which he believes will please you. Fuck, I sure hope so.
Lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Azisla lies in that direction, we'll find it. The Soleil may have a lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch them, you'll see.
Alright. That was a weird pause. I think this one's voiced. I'm pretty sure I remember this one being voiced. Because this is where we get Lucia's backstory.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again. Least of all under these circumstances.
Apapwa!
My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Junius, you say? Where have I heard that before?
Ah, that explains it.
Oh, excuse me.
When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sas Junius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
The one who killed all our friends, yes.
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths.
No hard feelings about me beating her ass
felt
then?
at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emeric.
Yeah? Ah, she did the slow walk.
It was his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons. He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emeric, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emeric. It is your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
So again, no hard feelings that I killed her, right?
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Azizlar should be.
Hold on, everyone!
This will no doubt go really well for us.
Look! I think that's it!
Do you think so? Well, I'm glad everything seems to be going really well for us.
Is that... Allagan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
Oh. What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
Some bear of Sordier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
They were just the worst. Only the Allagan could engineer something with so much neon and gaudy gold highlights. Those fucking bastards. Those Alagon motherfuckers. The pillars. Well, that could have gone worse. We could have died. I wonder, does she have a name? Gods, just thinking about all the repairs we'll have to make is giving me a bleeding headache. Lucia? What could be out there that would warrant the personal attention of the Emperor himself? Nothing good. Cid's piloting under pressure was a marvel to behold, and may I never have the opportunity to do so again. And we barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our skyfishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you could walk away from, as they say. I can only presume the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. Every day I spend in the sky, it feels as though I spend a week on the ground. An engineering enterprise. Alphato appears relieved to be standing on solid ground once more. Assuming Cid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, this Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Azizla. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we may discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Yeah, alright. Oh, wait, are we all going? Oh, Biggs and Witch are staying. Okay. Bye, Firm Albert. Bye, Firm Albert. Ah, you've returned. Sir Emmerich and the others await you within. Hello? What we got for food today? Hamburger casserole? That sounds great. Hamburger casserole, hamburger casserole. Alright. Edmund! Welcome back, my friend, and pray forgive me my earlier display. I grieve for my son still, and shall continue to do so, but I have resolved to be strong. It is what he would have wished. Though we know little and less of Azizla, one thing is plain. The Archbishop and the Garleans cannot be allowed to avail themselves of its secrets. I swear, wherever there's an Alagan ruin, there's trouble just waiting to happen. I suppose that's why they erected such damnably convoluted defenses around everything. If the Empire has an interest in Azizla, we have all the more reason to hurry. I would not see its secrets fall into the hands of either the Archbishop or the Emperor. Hey, big man. How you doing?
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Alagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
Fucked up, but
Seems
kind of
plain
cool.
that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, In the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing 2 galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
I'm grateful for voiced cutscenes giving me an opportunity to eat without having to, like, feel weird about, like, leaving the game on, like, certain lines of dialogue for too long.
How? We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
We gotta get our bestie back!
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
People keep using this phrase. People have been saying this. A blank reborn. Excuse me. Tata woo. She may not spend a day slaying primals, but Tataru is no less a scion than you and me. Full oft has her knack for acquiring information proven vital to our endeavors. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Welcome back, Aigead. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? Bunny. So you finally arrived at Azizla, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Aigead. We'll get to Azizla yet. Which bestie have you found, Tataru? When you fled the victory feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after I'm gonna burp. Excuse me. Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Uldar, I asked Marshal Terrapin to have the tunnels searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Ishtola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once. Tataru, let Urianger know to join us in Uldar. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir! Bleh, excuse me. What? Is that the same guy that's been standing there the whole time? Just presenting Sid Urgu? I think so. I'm pretty sure he was here the last couple times we were here, too. I'll have to go back and, like, check some of the previous streams whenever we've come in here. Alright. Wait, is he here? I think still loading in, or... Is he not here? Really? That's disconcerting. Where, oh where is Nosage Blackrock? Hi, Ariange. As thou art returned to us, wherefore might our comrades not be the same? Never shall I concede them lost till I have seen proof of their passing. Seven! Oh, excuse me. Hello, guys. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Tarapin. Not gonna lie, ever since I went back to leveling Meteor, he has not been there. That's weird. That's weird, I don't like it. Makes me nervous. You saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive me my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery? Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen Crystal Braves. It's about what they deserved. Go on. How battered were they? Be at ease, Master Alphino. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. A fucked up twig. Y'shtola's wand. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. Ugh, excuse me. None of them use these things anymore. It's really funny to me. 'Tis as I did surmise. Judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, the very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream. Flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent ether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola could choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need for haste. All of which would suggest she managed to escape. Excuse me. Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Sharlayan forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. God, Y'shtola would use a spell that was forbidden. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe onto his destination, another would be set adrift in the lifestream, never to emerge. What? No! No, you can't mean! Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage hath left traces in the lifestream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the Sildi fucking shit, goddamn. To the Sildi excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Would that I could be of more assistance, but our nation's resources are stretched thin. Be that as it may, do not hesitate to contact me if there is aught I can do. Off to Blackbrush Station it is. If I can manage it, I'd like to end this stream on us retrieving Y'shtola. We're getting, like, reasonably close to, like not super close. Because I feel like anytime I think, oh, we're pretty close to the end of this, I am then reminded, like, oh, yeah, there's, like, a bunch of busy work that I actually have to do first.
If our friends weren't in the tunnel, that must mean they're somewhere else.
You said it, Tataru.
Simply being here calls to mind the events of that fateful day. Fateful day. Fateful.
Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps.
Uh-huh.
Is this one voiced, or am I going to have to read text? What are we looking at? Excuse me. Ah, big rock. I understand. She's inside the big rock. Everything makes sense.
The trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of the Twelves Wood.
Are you certain?
Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Y'shtola journeyed. And yet the Gerdanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift.
Oh god, I gotta... Ooh, my back. I gotta stretch real quick, 1 second. Ugh.
If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the ether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, ne'er to be reformed.
Well, that's bad.
We have no time to waste. Urianger, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Aigead, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the eldest Seed Seer's aid.
Okay. I'm curious to see how the treasure trove event is going to go this year, because they've mentioned that it's going to be split into two sections with different... they've changed up how it's going to work, which is going to be interesting to see how that all goes. And they've also mentioned that it's going to be split into two sections with, like, different challenges, and then also different prizes. There's not a whole lot on, like, the current run of prizes that they've mentioned that, like, I'm super interested in. Maybe a couple of the mounts and, like, the late Allegan striking top, because the less I have to do of PvP, the better. But yeah, I'll have to see what's available when it begins.
Hold on, Y'shtola. We're coming for you. It is said that the elementals perceive the life stream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen, the Pajab. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kane Senna without delay.
It's cool. I'm in good with the Pajal. They think I'm super cool. Alvino is eager to petition the Elder Seedseer's aid in rescuing Y'shtola.
I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seedseer. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the conjurer yonder to be admitted. The conjurer yonder, the yonder conjur, the conjurander, carnage from Venom. With the ballpoint penum. The Elder Seedseer is ready to receive us in the Lotus Stand. We need but speak with... Okay, she said that already. Hey, girl, hey. The Elder Seedseer awaits. Pray, follow me.
Not very silent, are you?
Shut your mouth. Think you're fucking smart, don't you?
Hi, Kane-sama.
Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray, forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, Y'shtola, blah blah blah, livestream, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah, flow, blah 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 blah. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the life stream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However...
Yeah?
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 bunny bunny banani banani.
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
It's funny you mentioned that. I know somebody really close by.
Oh! I know just the person!
Tataru also knows that.
Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed.
Very convenient.
Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
I was not aware that Y'shtola had a family member here in Gridania. How very convenient. Forgive me, I have grown so accustomed to being laughed at by the Fates, I cannot help but mistrust them when they smile on us. We must, of course, seek the woman out at once. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Ymitra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of Saint Koinak. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apkalu Falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there.
I really want to, like... I do want to do more Arcanist so I can go through the Summoner questline, because Ymitra's, like, a big part of the Summoner questline. And I want to know more about Ymitra. But it's just like, I'm kind of bouncing off Arcanist a bit. I don't really understand the mechanics of it. Which, I mean, fucking makes things a little bit difficult for me as somebody who wants to get as many things to, like, all of the classes up to Shadowbringers to 80 so I can get the special mount that you get for that achievement. Hi, Ymitra. Hey, girl, hey. Yes? Is there something you require? Lady Ymitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alphino Leveilleur, and this is Tataru Taru. When they changed, Arcanist Summoner got very streamlined. You should give it a shot again. I'm trying. I'm trying. So you are my sister's comrades and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Stola, but all mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things. That she should be so reckless. Makes perfect sense, actually. It's always, like... okay. So, in case you're not aware of, like, the lore with, Seeker of the Sun Mikote. The way that it works... Oh, shit. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for Evershade at once. I forgot that I had automatic text... Auto text... Oh, God. The way that it works is that the first letter of their name, the one before the apostrophe, is their tribe letter. Then after that is their given name. And then for male Seeker of the Sun Mikote, that is followed up by either Tia or... What's the other one? I'm floundering here. What's the other one? It's Tia or... Fuck, what is it? Why am I forgetting this all of a sudden? And I can't remember any of the characters. Nun, that's it. You got it. And for the record, whether or not they're Tia and Nun is determined as to whether or not they're allowed to breed. But for female Seeker of the Sun Mikote, their last name is essentially their father's name. So Y'shtola Rule, you can determine that her father's name was Yrul Nun. But if you're close enough to a Seeker of the Sun Mikote, like if you're like a close enough friend of theirs or whatever, generally it's considered acceptable to say their name without the tribe designation. Not every Mikote name rolls off the tongue when you take away that first letter. Stola is really funny. It's just like, okay, yeah, Stola, right. That does not have good mouthfeel, as opposed to Y'shtola. Uh-huh. But it's just very funny to me. Call this motherfucker Tia, cause he can't get none. So I don't think this is voiced because I don't think Ymitra has a voice actor. Or it is voiced and she just doesn't speak for the whole thing. Hey everybody. We found Y'shtola's sister.
let us begin.
Oh, it is voiced. Which means that Ymitra probably doesn't have any lines for this whole sequence.
Raya O, Arun, if you would.
Hey, you two. How's it going? How you doing? It should be voiced, and every time she's about to say anything, she gets cut off.
Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
One of these days, more job quest characters other than Estinian will be given major roles in the story. One of these days.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
Ah.
There. Now!
Oh wait, the Blinding Bangs kid from the White Mage gets voiced in Endwalker, that's right. I can't remember if he has voice lines prior to that, though. Maybe an earlier Gridania stuff? Haha! Nudity! You can't see it. You're not allowed. The Y'shtola blunt has been created. In the Pokemon anime, at some point the character Tracy/Kenji gets some scene appearances. Usually he never gets to speak since they didn't have any VA for him anymore. In one scene,
A
he's
room
about
has
to...
been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once.
Then he's about to talk when the power goes out and the monitor/call thing turns off when he's about to speak. Reminds me of that. At the time, I thought that was hilarious, and the writers were doing that on purpose because the character kind of sucks anyway. It reminds me of how in Steven Universe, there is a character who is voiced by Nicki Minaj in one episode. And anytime she shows up after that one episode, they either use, like...
All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Like, previously recorded voice lines from that episode, or she's not voiced at all. Hey, you two. Like, at one point, they use, like, a clip of her from that earlier episode, and another character's just like, hey, if she's not actually here, we don't have to pay her, right? And it's just very funny to me, because it's just like, yeah, Nicki Minaj would probably be pretty expensive to get back as a voice actor for the show, huh? Let us pray that Y'shtola awakens. Oh, Y'shtola. She's probably fine. Well... Oh, everybody's got to run through their animations now. Because now everything's loaded in. Just seeing her face again,
Oh, I've been so worried. Without the Seedseer's aid, Y'shtola may have been forever lost to us. I shall go to the Lotus Stand to offer them my heartfelt thanks.
You do that. Tataru's surprised. Tataru needs you to fetch a few items for a crafting endeavor.
Y'shtola is resting within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Leatherworkers Guild, and the other is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Giva and Brother Isumiyan, and they ought to take care of you.
I will do that. I'm so glad everyone's getting new outfits, because the outfits from A Realm Reborn, I'm gonna be real with you, they're a little boring. Like, I am a Realm Reborn defender, but, like, the outfits kind of suck. And it's a tragedy that Urianger is going to go so long in the potato sack as he does. Love seeing someone who definitely just joined the guild standing outside in their underwear because they don't have the proper stuff for it yet. What is it? I'm a busy woman, so be quick about it. If you wish to place an order, speak with Randall. Huh? Here to retrieve an order? For Mistress Tataru, you say? You come at a good time. I just finished it but moments ago. It was no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by Chimerical Hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seems to me she had neither. I might have killed something. Urianger forever in his level 20 caster gear. One of these days. Eventually. We get a taste of him getting better clothes, but then they rip it away from us. Violently. And then we have to wait until Shadowbringers. Conjurer's Guild. What are they so guilty about? Guilty gear. Guilty gear strife. Hello, Biddy. Isumiyan! What's up, my guy? Greetings, Aigead. I trust you have been well. Is there aught you require of me? Ah, yes, Mistress Tataru's order. As requested, has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Here you go. Thanks, man. Luckily, it's going to somebody who is, like, stupid powerful. Like, embarrassingly so. So once we finish this quest, like I said, we're probably going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming by. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and co-host at AcidXShark. That's AcidXShark, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream, Chat Blocker was done by my friend Molly, who you can find on Twitter at GingerIsASpice. That's GingerIsASpice. Does fantastic work, is taking commissions. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capel. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, co-host, and now VGen at Team Capel. That's TEAMCATPLE. They also take commissions. Please use their VGen. Do not email them. They will email you. Do not DM them. If you do DM them, don't be weird. Please don't be weird to my friends. We will make fun of you on stream. Upcoming streams tomorrow. So Team Capel will not be back for Bayonetta tomorrow. They are taking the week off, but they will be back once I return from my vacation next week for more Bayonetta 3. So tomorrow we're actually going to be starting Callisto Protocol. So hope you tune in for that. This is one I have been putting off for a while. And then on Saturday, we'll be doing some more Alan Wake 2, probably finishing up Alan's whole storyline, and then starting in on Sagas and doing all that. What else? Like I said, next week we are going to be taking the week off because I'm going to be on vacation. And then the week after that, we'll be starting back up again. Alphino, what are your thoughts? The Seed Seers are gracious souls. It gives me heart to know that they are our allies. I don't know if I know anybody who's streaming right now. Do I? Let me see. I do not. Ah, you're back. You had the items, I hope? Yeah, here you go. Ooh, it's precisely as requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Giva is a master among masters. The staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Aigead. Teehee, I can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the Conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Yeah, alright. Hey, girls, hey.
Y'shtola! I'm so glad you're back!
Cool eyes.
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Thanks, Yumitra. Sorry you didn't get any spoken lines.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape.
Good job.
At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
Okay, fine, I'll go too. It's such a good outfit, though. Tataru fucking killed it.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yeah, lots kind of happened.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
That's the long and short of it.
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon.
Well, damn.
But I know of one who could.
Oh?
A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Oh, fuck, that's right. This is where we meet Matoya. I forgot. Give it a second. Tataru's grooving out. There we go.
Matoya. The name rings strangely familiar. Teehee, Y'shtola looks absolutely smashing in a new outfit, don't you think?
Yes, it looks way better than what she had before, and the staff is way cooler than a wand. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, and just, again, if you can give something, if you can donate, please do to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. Again, the link is just below the stream. It's also been furnished in the chat by Nightbot several times. I am going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll see you next time on the Shark stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.